So today we're going to be focusing on how you can create a social media strategy. There's 3 steps to this. The first one, as you can see here, is goal setting. You've heard this a million times, I'm sure, where people tell you that really the most important thing you can do, or one of the most important things you can do, is to get clear on what it is that your goal is. And in order for you to get clear, you have to ask yourself good questions, pivotal questions as to what it is that you want to achieve with social media. Like, do you want to hone in on awareness? Do you want to use social media as a medium to communicate with customers and to get feedback? So, have it be like a customer service base? Or do you want it to be a medium where you build trust with your audience? And whatever objective it is that you have, you are going to have to become hyper aware of your desired outcome. So you want to become hyper aware of that. You have your objective, and what is it specifically that this objective will do for you? And you want to be you want to become hyper aware of that desired outcome. The second thing you need to do regarding goal setting is you need to focus your attention on this objective, on the goal it is that you have. And you also, this is very important, you should also do competitor analysis. Competitor analysis is like seriously important because a company in your industry, probably many companies or businesses in your industry, that is winning and killing it. And what you need to do is you need to look at what these people are doing and you need to take inspo from that. You are not going to copy. You will never copy. Copying is not where it's at. You don't copy, but you want to take inspiration from what they're doing. So, for instance, if you see that the winning people are they're leading with like reels and videos, and they are engaging in live and stuff like that, and you on the other hand are more so doing carousels. Now, I'm not saying stop doing carousels, but I'm saying lean into reels, lean into the videos and things like that. So this is why I say that you might have to change your content creation strategy if necessary. The third thing regarding goal setting or under goal setting that I have is your metrics. You need to identify what KPIs you need to track. So KPIs is your key performance indicators, right? So what you need to do is you need to identify what KPIs or which KPIs it is that you need to track, and your KPIs should correlate to your goals. Then I said, give an example. So let's say you are a pet grooming business, right? And you want to grow your customer list or your clientele list. The KPI that you are probably going to track also, it's not just one KPI, it's going to be like multiple KPIs. So I'm just giving you one example. One KPI that you might track would be your conversion rate. And this would be like your conversion rate is when a person fulfills your desired outcome. So for instance, they fulfill the Facebook lead form, or they click on your call to action, or they click on your add to cart button on your website, whatever it is. So that is your conversion rate. So what you want to do is you want to up your conversion rate from, for instance, 2% to about like 7%. So your goal is to grow your customer list. So you want to track your conversion rate and see how many people are actually like fulfilling your desired outcome. Focus on one platform. You should really understand where it is that your audience is hanging out, and that's where you should be. And this is why I say one platform at a time, because you can conquer one and then move on to the next. Moving on to the next, now we are going to be talking about your most likely audience. So, with your most likely audience, it's very important to understand messaging. And in your messaging, you want to highlight your unique value proposition, your UVP. Or the thing, basically, in simple terms, it just means the thing that makes you stand out. And this can be anything. It can be like literally anything. I'm struggling to think off the top of my head, but it can really be from your target audience. So, for instance, say you are a pet grooming industry, your unique messaging can be that you cater to anxious pets, or it can be that you cater to like big dogs, or it can just be that you guys are super friendly and you believe in kindness and compassion. It can literally be anything, but that your unique value proposition should be in your messaging, and that should be something that like sets you apart from other people. And it doesn't have to be out of the box. It really doesn't have to be something completely out of the box. It doesn't have to be anything excessive. It can be, but it doesn't have to. Oh, so I was saying, your audience might be people from like 18 to 26 years old. So your messaging, now I'm talking about your actual ad copy, like the type, the way, the tone of the messages and things. It might be your audience, might be people from like 18 to 26 years old. So your messaging, now I'm talking about your actual ad copy, like the type, the way, the tone of the messages and things. It might be easy, fun, flirty, and you might want to like get on the trends and use memes in your posts just to gauge them and grab the attention. And this is also a way for you to stay like culturally relevant to a demographic of like 18 to 26-year old, like for you to stay relevant and up to date with the things that they are interested in. So take that into consideration when your target audience is like younger people. And when your audience is, for instance, like people that's 40 to 60 and upwards, you could use memes, but less new age, maybe something from like back in the day, so that they can look, when they see it, they like go down memory lane and it's really funny and cute. Or your messaging, or your tone rather, is going to be warm, not as flirty like you would do for like the younger demographic, but it's going to be warm and easy, not super serious, just like easygoing. And for them to access them, your go-to platform might be Facebook, and for this demographic, your go-to platform might be Instagram or even TikTok, if that's what you're into. The next thing, the second thing with your lookalike audiences, you can ask yourself, or not even with lookalike audiences, just like when you want to identify who your ideal customer is, it's very important to ask yourself who is your most likely, who's most likely to purchase from you, or who is most likely to want your service. Because I think when we talk about ideal customer, we can kind of get like nervous about that, because really, if someone's willing to buy from you and they're not your ideal customer, you'll still like allow them, take money from them, do whatever it is that they want you to do. But you can ask yourself, who is the most likely person to purchase from me, and like hone in on that. The third one and the last one is systems, right? So we have covered goal setting, and then we covered your most likely audience. So now we're going to talk about systems, and that will be the last one in how to create a social media strategy. Sorry. So, set up infrastructure. Automated posting equals consistency. That is important. But I think if you don't know it, then I'm telling you right now, but if you know it, then good for you, because automated posting is something we all do, because there's no way you are going to even remember to post every single day if you are also a business owner and you have other things to do. On Facebook and on Instagram, they have this schedule post feature, so I use that like all the time for myself. The second one that I want to talk about under systems is your calendar and your content creation days. You need to have a calendar, and in your calendar, you need to batch out the days that you will be creating your content. And on that day, you can also schedule your posts. That just works really well for me. It takes a little bit of time, but that's what that day is there for, right? You blocked it out for that being your content creation day and your posting day. Along with posting, you need to decide on how frequently you will be posting, especially if you are alone. This also comes in here. You need to be realistic in terms of what you can handle along with running a business, and realistic the growth you will experience in whatever time frame. So what I mean by this is, if you are the business owner and you are the social media manager, then you need to be realistic as to, okay, I need to run the business and I need to create content and post content and all of these things. How much can I take on? How frequently and consistently can I post? And you need to be realistic with the growth that you'll be able to experience with the frequency that you'll be posting.